Hello everyone. In our last video, we had discussed about prepositions and types of prepositions. This is the part 2 of the video, and in this video we will discuss about the major prepositions. Let us start. First, in. We use in to show that a noun or pronoun is surrounded by something or enclosed. For example, the pencil is in the pencil box. In this sentence, as the noun pencil is surrounded by the pencil box, we will use in here. Second, on. We use on to show that the noun is being supported by the top surface of any other noun. For example, the pencil box is on the table. Here the noun pencil box is supported by the top surface of the table. So, we will use on. Third one, behind. We use behind to show that the noun is in the back of something. For example, the pencil box is behind the ball. Fourth one, under. We use under to show that the noun is lower than some other noun, at a lower position than some other noun. For example, the pencil box is under the table, means it is lower than the table. Fifth one, between. We use between to show some differences that separate two nouns. For example, I was standing between Riya and Rohan. It means that I am standing between two nouns. As there are two nouns, we will use between. Let's move forward. Sixth one, from. We use from to refer a place where someone or something originates or starts. For example, I came from school at 3 o'clock. Next, beneath. We use beneath to describe the position of nouns lower than some other noun. Now you would be confused. What is the difference between under and beneath? Let us see. It has the same meaning as under. The main difference is that it is more overused formally. For example, the paper was hidden beneath the pile of books. Next, beside. We use beside to show that the noun is close or next to something. In other words, it also means in addition to or apart from. For example, my sister is standing beside me, means my sister is standing beside me. For the second meaning, besides dancing, I am also good in painting. Next, above. We use above to describe the position of the noun higher than something else. For example, we were flying above the clouds. Next, before. We use before to refer to the past tense. It is used as a preposition, conjunction, and an adverb as well. For example, always wash your hands before eating. Eleventh one, after. We use after to refer to the future tense. Some words which have the same meaning as after are later than, next in time, etc. For example, after 2 years, I completed my course. Next, by. By means not later than. We generally use this preposition to refer to arrangements and deadlines. For example, the plumber will come at your house by Tuesday, not later than Tuesday. Next, during. We use during to say when something happens or if it happens. For example, during the summer vacations, I enjoyed a lot. So, when my summer vacations happened, I enjoyed a lot. Next, off with a double F. We use off to show that we or you are down or far away from a place or position. It is used as a preposition, adverb, adjective, and rarely as a noun. For example, my house is a long way off. Means that my house is far away. Next, into. We use into when a noun moves to other location, which is enclosed. Now, what's the difference between in and into? The main difference is that into means movement to another location, which is enclosed. But in means that the noun is already in an enclosed position. For example, I jumped into the swimming pool. There is a movement happening here. That is why we are using into. Sixteenth one is over. We use over to refer to the movement of a noun at higher level than something else. Again, what's the difference between above and over? We use above if the noun is already at a higher position. But if we want to show movement of a noun at higher level, then we will use over. Next, through. We use through to show that the action is happening from one end or side of something to another. For example, the train went to the tunnel. Through the tunnel. Next, inside. Now, what's the difference between in and inside? The preposition in only refers to a location, whereas inside carries a strong sense of being physically enclosed. For example, we waited inside the store. Next, for. We use for to talk about the reason or purpose of something. For example, this bouquet is for you. Next, near. Near means not far away. For example, my family lives near me, or my relatives live near me. Next, around. Around is used for two reasons. First of all, it is used for showing movement. And second, not exact. For example, I was finding you around the garden. So here, around shows a movement. Next, along. Along means in a line next to something. For example, I was walking along with my father. Next, at. At tells us the time and location of something. For example, I will be eating lunch at 3 p.m. Next, about. About means connected with something. For example, today we are discussing about prepositions. Next, according to. According to means in agreement. For example, according to me, we should visit Goa for summer vacations. Next, across. Across means on the opposite side of your present location. For example, our destination is across the river. So your present location is river, and across the river means the opposite side of the river. Next, against. Against means disagreeing with someone's opinions, actions, or reactions. For example, I had to participate against my best friends in the debate. Next, among. We use among to show some differences that separate more than two nouns. Remember, more than two nouns. For example, Neeta is the tallest girl among the 5 children. Next, apart from. Apart from means besides. For example, apart from that, everything was fine. Next, as. As refers to the purpose of a noun. For example, I worked as a waiter when I was in 8th class. So in this sentence, as refers to the purpose of I, right? Next, because of. Because of means as a result of. For example, Because of the heavy rain, many trees were uprooted. So, as the result of the heavy rain, many trees were uprooted. Next, below. Below means lower than. It has the same meaning as under and beneath. The difference is that the usage of under and below is different. We can say that the ball is under the table, but we can't say that the ball is below the table, as it doesn't look suitable. We can say that today's temperature was below 15 degrees, but we can't say that the temperature was under 15 degrees, as it doesn't make any sense. Next, beyond. Beyond means further away in distance. For example, we passed the hotel and drove a bit beyond to see the ocean. Means that we passed the hotel and drove a bit further away in distance to see the ocean. Next, but. But is generally used to introduce the opposite idea that is not included in the main part of the sentence. For example, their parents were poor but always bought their children expensive gifts. So the main part of the sentence is parents were poor and always bought their children expensive gifts is a whole opposite idea. That is why we are using but here. Next, despite. We use despite when something happens, although something else would have prevented it to happen. For example, we enjoyed the evening despite the bad weather. I hope you have understood the major prepositions well. In the part 3 of this video, we are going to discuss more prepositions in detail. Thank you. Happy learning.